Okay, let's get into it. I think we all know that feeling, right? You're working, I don't know, 60 hours a week, your calendar is booked solid, the team seems incredibly busy, and
And
yet...
yet the big goals are barely moving.
Exactly. It's that feeling of high activity, but, really low impact. So our mission today is to find a way to move from just spinning wheels to actual intentional execution.
Right, and the sources give us a fascinating tool for this very problem. They call it the clarity compass.
The clarity compass. Okay.
Yeah, and it's much more than just a to-do list or some project plan. It's it's a framework. It's meant to ensure that everyone from top to bottom understands the strategy and, critically, their exact role in achieving results.
And the stakes here feel huge. I mean, when priorities are misaligned, you're not just moving slowly, you're actively wasting energy and creating frustration.
You really are. It's what causes that stall in growth. So that clarity, that's what gets everyone pulling in the same direction.
So how do you build this compass? Where do you start?
Well, the foundation is everything. And step one, this is where most teams fall down, is to define your strategic priorities.
Okay, but that sounds obvious.
It does, but the sources are adamant. This can't be a long list. We're talking about the top 3 to 5 objectives that are actually driving new growth.
So not just keeping the lights on.
Exactly. The insight is that a bad priority list is full of, like, hygiene tasks. If answer support tickets is on your list, you haven't defined a strategy. You've just listed a job description.
That's a great point. It forces you to focus only on what moves the needle. So what's step two?
Clarifying roles and responsibilities. And again, it's deeper than it sounds. It's not just saying marketing owns the launch.
What is it then?
It's about explicitly defining decision rights. Who has the power to make which calls?
Ah, okay.
Every team member needs to know what they're empowered to decide on their own. Think of it like a simple RCI model. Marketing decides the messaging, but maybe engineering has the final call on the release date. It cuts out so much back and forth.
So the real key isn't just assigning the task, it's granting the power to get it done.
That's the unlock.
Yeah.
And to support that, you can't have this stuff hidden in a Google Doc somewhere.
It has to be visible.
Constantly visible. The sources suggest something like a live heat map, not just a project board, a public dashboard where those top 3 to 5 priorities are always visible as red, yellow, or green.
I like that. So let's talk about the day-to-day. You have this compass, but I can already hear people thinking, great, another process, another meeting.
A totally fair concern. The sources address this with something called a morning alignment check.
Which sounds like a meeting.
It does, but it's designed to be a 3-minute high-speed huddle, not a status report.
3 minutes.
Tops. There's only one question. What task are you executing today that directly moves one of our strategic priorities? It's just a filter for intentionality.
Okay, a filter. I get that.
Yeah.
And you build on that with weekly strategy reviews.
Exactly. That's when you look at the whole compass, you check the heat map, and you adjust for the week ahead based on real data, not just feelings.
And this is where feedback comes in, right? To make sure the process itself is working.
Yes, the team feedback loop. You have to actively ask the people doing the work where things are getting stuck or where priorities seem to clash. The sources even suggest a systematic monthly alignment audit.
And then celebrating the wins.
You have to. When someone makes a tough call to drop a non-priority task to focus on a key objective, you have to recognize that. That's how you shift the culture from celebrating busyness to celebrating impact.
So to pull this all together for everyone listening, the Clarity Compass is really about moving from a high-activity team to a high-performing one.
That's it. And the core actions are really simple. Define those few vital priorities. Clarify who makes the decisions.
Make it all visible on that heat map, and then just measure your progress relentlessly.
You've got it. So with all that in mind, here's the final thought for you to take away. If a lack of clarity is what causes frustration and disengagement, what is the single biggest blind spot you need your team's feedback to reveal this week? Because remember, clarity drives execution, but it's the feedback that drives the clarity.